Starting shortly.
And you can say something about light heat. You can say something about light heat and what days you take those applications.
Okay.
Because we got, I think, what you do, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes? You do 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's about between 15 and 20 minutes, just depending on how we flow.
So we don't have a whole lot of Delta State stuff to talk about. You know, I'm a talker, but we can open it up.
All right, get ready to start in a couple seconds. KLK 102.5 FM. Good morning to you once again. It is July 19th, 2024, and this is a special extended part of Community Conversations. Joining us in the studio today, we have one of our always big supporters of KLK, Mr. Shamal Carter of CRDC, and he is being joined by Mr. Troy Vaughn, also of CRDC, and they have an event coming up on July 31st at the Lawrence Hamilton Center from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m., and it's going to allow for the community to come together and get some health care and medical needs addressed, especially along the realms of finding a primary care physician. But I won't talk too much, but I'll let these men tell it out from their own words, so just give us a little bit more.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I am Shamal Carter. I'm used to saying President Shamal Carter, but I'm not president in this case. I am just a coordinator with this grant that CRDC has been blessed to partner with. Troy Vaughn, as you guys heard, say hey to everybody, Troy.
Morning. Good morning.
Troy Vaughn is Director of Human Services with us there at CRDC. And so this grant falls right along the lines of prevention in human services.
That's
so
right.
The grant is considered the Delta States grant. It is championed by RCare. They are the distributors of the grant, from my understanding. And so we are the grantee who has been granted the opportunity to serve this grant. So what it is we focus on heart health of individuals ages 50 to 74. The way we came up with this data was the person who is responsible for the grant, who's put the money forth, did a survey, a community survey. This community survey, it was founded that those people in that age range suffered from heart conditions and is untreated. And so we got this grant. Our chief operating officer, Jacob Bright, he got this grant, and he felt like it'd be a great opportunity to expand our human services in collaboration with our prevention department. And so you can add to whatever you would like from there, Troy. I pass it to you so I don't do all the talking today.
Well, we like to hear you talk. You do good. So this grant, what Shamal was saying, we've got an event on the 31st at our Lawrence Hamilton building. That's at 2114 North Church Street, right here in Jonesboro. Shamal will have the grill set up. I heard there's going to be hot dogs and maybe some bologna.
I had a good grilled bologna sandwich.
If I can talk Shamal into grilling some bologna, we're going to try to get some bologna too. So on the 31st, we're going to be out there with the AR Care group giving away. We're going to give away a smartwatch. So how that'll work is if you come up, you'll sign up for the services, and then we'll give you a ticket and put your name in a bucket for a smartwatch. We'll be there from 2 to 4 at Lawrence Hamilton Building on 2114 North Church Street. The community partners in this grant, NYIT, with ASU is going to be there. 100 families. If you haven't heard about the 100 Families Initiative in Craighead County, that's an initiative that is collaborating with all the resources in Craighead County and trying to put them all in one space. So all the providers, all the resources in Craighead County, anybody's able to get on to 100 Families product, and they'll be able to find all the resources that are available for that. So I know 100 families will be there as well, along with AR Care.
Yeah, and so one thing that I love about this grant opportunity is our CEO Jeremy Woodridge. He always speaks about CRDC being one of the best kept nonprofits here in Northeast Arkansas. He say Arkansas.
One of the best kept secrets.
Yeah, best kept secrets in general. With that being the case, we offer so many services from weatherization, light heat, which is energy assistance. We do housing. We do have apartments as well. We have a recovery program. We have a transit program. Food, and my favorite is prevention. So with that being the case, coming out to this event on the 31st gives us an opportunity, one, for you guys to link up and get our information, but two, you can get your primary care physician. Not only can you try to get someone to address your needs, you will also see how CRDC works in our community. There is a myth, and the myth is CRDC only pay light bills. That's not true. We do so much more. We host conferences. And our conferences focus on adult and youth. Not only do we host conferences, we like we said, we just got our Life Heat Funds July 8th, I believe, and I'll let Troy kind of give you a little rundown on what days we're taking applications in Craighead and our surrounding areas as well.
Yeah, so the Light Heat program opened up July 8th. We serve 8 counties here in Northeast Arkansas, all the way from Greene all the way down to Crittenden County. Those days in those particular offices are different. For Craighead County, you can come to the Craighead County office. It's at 2114 North Church Street on Mondays and Wednesdays. They take the LIHEAP applications there from 8:30 to 3:30. And we also have our CSBG program, so our Community Service Block Grant. We have funds for individuals if you are truly unhoused, which the state regulations on all that is. We have to follow state regulations with that, but we do have a program that can help our homeless individuals as well, which we know in Craighead County is a growing issue, and one that we're trying to combat head first. So,
again, he said I'll be grilling. So I normally I do hot dogs. Our local Craighead County NAACP, we're going to try to help provide some of the food for this event. We'll be set up by 1:00. We'll be cooking by 1:30, and we'll be moving and grooving. At 2:00.
Love to have everybody come out.
Man, I'm gonna have to petition KLDK to come out and give us some tunes.
We can get. I'm sure we can get something together.
Come out and give us some tunes, man. This is an opportunity. It's open for vendors. I posted on social media that we're allowing vendors if they want to come in, but only resource vendors. No selling or soliciting will be allowed at this event. So unfortunately, that goes for our politicians as well. We know this is election year, and so they want to be a part of every event. Yeah. But unfortunately, this is not an opportunity for you to market your position in your campaign. So, but if you are offering resources, any kind of resource. There's a program where they give out diapers. They're not selling them. They're allowed to come out and Correct. They can set up. There's the Fisher Street in Action. People like that want to come out. The Hope House, they want to come out and give out resources. The Hope House is actually an organization that's founded right in the heart of one of the most impoverished areas here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and they offer. They have homeless housing. They got a few beds for homeless housing. You can go there during the day and get a meal, as well as take a shower and wash your clothes and different things like that. But places like that's going to kind of help combat the issues that we have in our community is going to be essential to coming out and setting up. We will have several tents set up So I know a lot of y'all like, it's hot outside. It is. It is. But
It's gonna be tents and water out there.
yes,
Yep.
tents and water. We'll have plenty of water. You'll have free food, and you can potentially partner with CRDC in the future, because this is just the beginning of the grant. This is just the top end of it. So we want to continue to be able to bring the resources to the community. I look back on my timeline, and 3 years ago, a week ago, I hosted my first community resource fair at Parker Park in North Jonesboro. It was about 6 months after I started working here. And so we want to continue to be that catalyst, be that driving force that works on building our community. And I keep referring back to Jeremy. Jeremy told me a long time ago, he said, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever. And so by bringing those resources to the community, they don't just rely on CRDC to pay a light bill, but they rely on the community to help and aid them in any way possible.
Of course, you all at CRDC do so many things, including one thing that I haven't heard mentioned yet, but something that KLEK does always participate in is the after prom.
Yes. And so we hosted for years with Westside School. KLEK has always been our designated DJ. We catered food. We set up a prom-like theme there at the Hilton here in Jonesboro, and offered a safe place for youth who will be attending prom on that year, because we know that the fatalities associated with prom night are astronomical, and it is very sad on how we have to deal with those things. And so one thing that we're working on now is doing a after prom mock session. And so what it is they bring out an old car, and this car has quote unquote been wrecked. And they have a gurney laying on the football field as if this is one of their classmates. And they pick two of the most popular kids in the class, and they take them out because they have died in this car accident. And you're reacting to them no longer being there, to help them understand that death is permanent and prom is just one night. You know, you have your whole life ahead of you. We do not at all support any type of drinking or drugs at any age as part of the program I am. But wait until you're grown enough to make the decision to deal with the consequences associated with using substances that's going to alter your well-being.
And of course, bringing it back to the event on the 31st, one of the things that you mentioned was about the primary care physicians. If you don't have one, that there'll be opportunities to meet with one. I kind of wanted to go a little bit deeper into that, because I know sometimes, and especially with people of color and even people in the LGBTQ community, they have struggles with finding PCP, not just someone that, can prescribe the medicine, but someone that will actually hear them, hear their concerns, and not just dismiss them, because that does happen in those communities.
So, and I'll pass it over to you. I do believe our care is one of those entities that it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your sexual preference. That's none of our business. Our business is focused on getting you healthy, living longer. And so with this grant, like I said, we'll have NYIT there, and they'll address if there is a dire need at that moment. But the way this referral process works is we do what they call a wellness survey. In this wellness survey, it asks about the last time you went to the doctor. It asks about if you have a primary care physician. It asks if you have a heart disease. And there's like 5 questions that you answer. Mm-hmm. And then you put your phone number on there. And we have an amazing Roma data person, Miss Crystal. Miss Crystal and Miss Cheryl will give you a call to follow up to see, okay, have they reached out to you? Do we need to reach out to them, etc.? After that process happens, you actually then get referred to a our care facility somewhere in Jonesboro. We have several. We have several here.
Yeah. There's one right down the road from where we're going to be.
Yeah, there's one right down the road from where we're going to be. There's one right down the road from our office around the corner. So there's several, but you'll get referred to them, and then they will set you up. A lot of these organizations have doctors that cater to specific and they're a general physician, you know what I'm saying? They're in family medicine, but we all know that the genetic makeup of myself and Troy is completely different.
Completely.
And so you have doctors that understand the African American struggle with high blood pressures, and then you have doctors that understand certain genetic makeup of my friend here, and they're able to address those needs specifically. So that's a positive that we have. And again, our care is a great primary care organization, and they will outsource you. The best thing about our care is they're not associated with NEA or St. Bernard. So if you have a preference, I know some people won't go to St. Bernard's because they can't, for specific reasons, and so they can refer you over if you have a preference to NEA or St. Bernard's. It's not just confined to. And a lot of people like NEA because NEA has a larger physician base because they're not just in Jonesboro. As St. Bernard's is a hospital that's located specifically here.
So one of the things that we try to talk about at CRDC is, people come to us when they're in crisis, and whatever their crisis is, that takes precedence. That takes precedence over, any kind of health or whatever that's going on in their life. If their lights are turned off, that's crisis. That's what they're worried about. If they don't have food, we've got many food deserts here in Craighead County. If they don't have food, that takes precedence over anything that happens. But what we want to focus on with these is, even though we can help you with your crisis, we need to pay attention to our heart health as well. And in that survey, they identified individuals 50 to 75 is struggling most when they're in crisis with their health. So we want to not just help them in their crisis. We want to lead them and guide them and hopefully get them with some help for their heart as well.
Absolutely. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes left. So any other final comments about the event on the 31st, or just about the wonderful things that CRDC is doing in the community?
No, I want to say thank you. Thank you for letting us come in. Thank you for having us here. I know Shamal talks really highly about KLEK, and we love partnering with you guys.
Well, as I mentioned to you earlier off air, you all have been partners with KLEK since 2016, so we definitely are grateful and thankful for your support, and glad that we can have this platform in which we can help get the word out to the community. So it is going down July 31st, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Lawrence Hamilton Center on North Church Street. They're going to connect you with primary care physicians from our care. NYIT is going to be there as well. So if you got something that's going on with your health and you're kind of worried, kind of concerned, just come on out to this. It's free. And, of course, you'll get some free food and some free water, and there'll be tents. So it's going to be a good...
And the possibility to win a smartwatch.
And you win you a nice, fancy smartwatch. And it's not tied to any particular carrier. You can Bluetooth it to your iPhone or your Android. So y'all have any other prizes?
We have some stuff out of prevention that we'll be giving away to those that don't qualify for the assessment. We'll have bags. I have some T-shirts. I have some cups, some pens, some pop sockets. I don't know if people use those anymore. That goes on the back of their phone.
I don't, but
I'll have those going. And again, everything is completely free. Anything that you hear CRDC doing is a community-based project. We are not charging. We are here to help our community, and we know everybody don't have money, and so it's our job as the leading community action agency in Northeast Arkansas to set the precedent and set the tone for what we're doing going forward.
Absolutely, and you all do great work in the community. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us in the studio today, and thank you to everyone out there that is listening and watching. It's going to do it for this edition of Community Conversations. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is KLEK on 2.5 FM.